Around this time last year, I made a video saying my WWE 2K25 cover star predictions. And I can't remember if I was right or not, because I've not watched the video back. But today, I will be predicting the WWE 2K26 cover star and giving you the possible options of who will be the athlete cover star of the new game, which will be releasing in March 2026 next year. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's going to be nice and to record. Always remember, smash like and subscribe on to the flipping channel. And let's get into this one. First up, someone who has had one of the best years of 2025. That is main event Jey Uso. Obviously, we know... sorry, my voice there went. Main event Jey Uso won the World Heavyweight Championship this year. Won the Royal Rumble. Kicked off WrestleMania 41 Night 1. And held the championship for over 50 days. And Jey Uso is competing for the World Heavyweight Championship once again. But he's had many big matches this year against the likes of Gunther, including against matches of Seth Rollins, LA Knight, CM Punk, and teaming with his cousin, the OTC, Roman Reigns. So Jey is definitely a possible one, you know. His fan interactions and how much praise he gets from the fans. He's probably one of the top babyfaces in the WWE right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was announced as the cover star, you know. With his Yeet movement being at the peak of its game still. He is still one of the biggest superstars in WWE. And there was a possibility of him being the cover star this year. But I think the difference was where the showcase mode was evolved around the bloodline. And we know who the main character bloodline was. That was Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns was the cover star. But Jey was included on the bloodline edition of WWE 2K25 on the cover. So we could count Jey Uso as a cover star for WWE 2K. But he's not really had his cover, you know. Like that cover for Jey Uso that singles him as the main guy. And obviously, main event Jey Uso, we can class him as a main event star now. He's main event in multiple pay-per-views. The likes of Money in the Bank, the Royal Rumble, and many, many more. So Jey Uso is a possible candidate for WWE 2K26. And I wouldn't be upset, to be fair. We could get a creative cover with him maybe yeeting, maybe him doing something with the fans, and we could get some good poses, some good photos, you know. So main event Jey Uso is definitely a possibility for WWE 2K26. Next up is the best in the world, the voice of the voiceless, CM Punk. CM Punk was heavily rumoured to be the WWE 2K25 Standard Edition cover, but surprisingly, he was not. We know a lot of fans love CM Punk, and now with him being in the title picture for good, we now could definitely see a CM Punk cover. He's loved by the fans, he sells a lot of merchandise, and he's one of WWE's biggest stars once again. So, who's going to stop him from being the cover star? We know he's getting on, but he's active most weeks. He's in the big rivalries with the likes of John Cena, Seth Rollins, the OTC, Roman Reigns. So, he is definitely one of the biggest. He's feuding with the biggest. He's winning the biggest titles like the World Heavyweight Championship. And he's competing for the Undisputed Championship. So, he's competing for both titles. So, what's stopping him from being on a cover star and maybe going on to win a world title for proper at a WrestleMania straight after the game comes out? Because there's a big possibility that could happen, you know. Obviously, this year, we saw Roman. Obviously, we know he didn't win at WrestleMania. But the year before that, when Cody Rhodes was the cover star of WWE 2K24, he went on to win the Undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 40, defeating Roman Reigns in the main event of Night 2 to finish his story. So, we could have a little sequel going on here. Roman did break the curse, but the last couple of years, we have had the big superstars that have been on the cover compete at WrestleMania and normally win, but it could be different. But again, CM Punk being the cover star is definitely going to happen soon. But he's not been on the cover since WWE 12, before the 2K days even happened. So it's been a very long time. It might have been WWE 13 to be in fact. But yeah, before 2K was even in the franchise, because he left the company. Then now he's back. So it won't be too long until CM Punk is the cover star, and it could be next year. Another possible candidate for the WWE 2K26 cover is the greatest of all time, the Never Since 17, John Cena. And people might say to me, but Jake, he's retiring this year. He retires in December. Yes, you are correct. John Cena does retire from professional wrestling in December 2025. But it doesn't stop him from being the cover star next year. We know it could have been Cena's year this year to have that cover star in his final year in the WWE being active as an actual wrestler. But maybe next year we could get a full showcase one last time for John Cena and maybe get extra bits because is Cena's final ever WWE 2K game that he will be the franchise for, you know? He's known as the franchise, but that won't be anymore. This year, he's had a great year, you know? Obviously, turned heel, won the undisputed WWE Championship, which was his 17th championship, breaking the record. Had some very big matches against the likes of CM Punk, R-Truth. Just trying to think now, because there was a lot. Cody Rhodes, obviously, he's had. Randy Orton. So, there's been some very big matches he's had that he defended his championship in. So, why not? You know, John Cena, he is arguably the greatest of all time. If you've not seen that video now, go and watch on JS Millie. But, yeah, he's definitely up there as one of the greatest of all time. And maybe getting one special cover of him, maybe doing like a salute or something, or putting an arm up, saying goodbye, being the cover would be incredible, you know? It gives that emotional ending to John Cena's 25-year wrestling career in the WWE. So, I would be so down to see one more John Cena cover. I know he was the cover star of WWE 2K23, but that doesn't mean, because it's a different feeling, you know? Cena's retiring. This ain't the John Cena's part-time sharp once a year. This is done for good. Cena will never wrestle again. So we have to see maybe one more cover. So I think next year it could be the right time. And the main cover being leaked around, I've heard this is a heavily leaked cover for the new game, is once again the OTC TC1 Roman Reigns. Obviously, everybody knows I love Roman Reigns, and I was so happy to see him get his cover, you know, his first ever single cover of a WWE game. But next year, we could see that for a second year in a row. We know Roman Reigns is box office. He's probably the biggest seller for WWE in tickets, merchandise, just PLEs and everything. He sells the best. He sells the most for WWE. And Roman, he's on his way out now, you know, like, he's becoming an actor slowly. He's turned into The Rock, John Cena, Batista. So I think they've got to cherish his time while he's still an active wrestler, you know? So I think this next year, if they do it, could be the final year of Roman being the cover star, you know? So at least Roman could say he was a 2-time cover star of the WWE games. But I've heard this is heavily leaked to be the cover next year because it's come out from good sources on Twitter and other pages. But they're saying this is the number one rumoured cover, and Roman Reigns is the top candidate to once again be the cover star of WWE 2K. We know he was the cover star for WWE 2K25 Standard Edition, and obviously the Bloodline Edition, featuring all the Bloodline and the new Bloodline as well. But Roman had his own cover featuring Paul Heyman. But obviously next year it'll be different, you know, with Paul Heyman splitting away from him and Roman being by himself. It could be a new era for Roman to have his own cover and maybe signifies himself as the different Roman. And it doesn't mean we have to have a Roman Reigns themed showcase. We could just see a Roman Reigns cover, you know. But what do you think? You know, that is my top 4 and the most heavily leaked to be the cover stars next year. Could we see, once again, the American Nightmare, the current WWE Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes, be the cover star like he was in WWE 2K24? Or maybe we get the Visionary, the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins, be the cover star for the first time in 8 years. He was last cover star in WWE 2K18, which was released in 2017, which will be 8 years ago this October. So a very long time. There's other people that could be up there for a cover star. But comment down below what you think. And thank you for watching. It has been nice to record. Always remember, smash like and subscribe on to the channel. I'll see you little day faces soon. Goodbye, guys.